guys, it's Miss Karen, the Young Adult Librarian at the Goshen Public Library, and it's Friday, so it's time for another 5 on Friday, where I pick 5 books around the same theme from the YA collection and share them with you. This week, we're ending the week with thrillers, books that make your heart race, books that are exciting, books that you just never know what's going to happen. So what do I have this week? The first book on my list is Missing by Kelly Armstrong. The best thing about being a teen in Reeves End is that I'll be able to leave soon, like my best friend did, like my sister did. Most of us go. There's nothing here but abandoned minds and an empty future. I'm better off taking my chances elsewhere. The only thing I'll miss is the Kentucky wilderness that has always been my refuge. But that changed the day I found Lennon, left for dead, bleeding in a tree. Now Lennon is gone again. And he has me convinced that the one thing I thought I knew for sure is a lie. My best friend didn't just leave. My sister didn't just leave. And neither did Lennon. I have to go looking for all of them. But I can't shake the feeling that while I'm out searching in that endless mountain forest, someone is watching and waiting. So this is Missing by Kelly Armstrong. Very mysterious, thriller, suspenseful. That's our first pick. Second on my list is The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This one's a little bit older, 2014, so you might have missed it on the shelf, but let's see what it's about. Cold cases are about to get hot in this exhilarating crime thriller. 17-year-old Cassie is a natural at reading people, piecing together the tiniest details. She can tell you who you are and what you want, but it's not a skill that she's ever taken seriously. That is, until the FBI comes knocking. They've begun a classified program that uses exceptional teenagers to crack infamous cold cases, and they need Cassie. What Cassie doesn't realize is that there's more at risk than a few unsolved homicides, especially when she's sent to live with a group of teens whose gifts are as unusual as her own. Sarcastic, privileged Michael has a knack for reading emotions, which he uses to get inside Cassie's head and under her skin. Brooding Dean shares Cassie's gift for profiling, but keeps her at arm's length. Soon it becomes clear that no one in the Naturals program is what they seem, and when a new killer strikes, danger looms closer than Cassie could ever have imagined. Caught in a lethal game of cat and mouse with a killer, the Naturals are going to have to use all of their gifts just to survive. So that's The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. She has a lot of thrillers, so if you like The Naturals, you might want to check out some of her other titles. Next, we've got Dangerous Lies by Becca Fitzpatrick. Stella Gordon's life is a lie. She does not belong in Thunder Basin, Nebraska. As a star witness in a murder trial against a drug dealer, Stella is now in the Witness Protection Program. The small-town locals can never know who she really is. Not even Chet Falconer, the one boy who makes her want to reveal her true self. She knows that telling the truth will only bring violence to this safe haven. Despite how hard Stella tries to stay under the radar, danger is fast approaching. Criminals have a way of getting rid of witnesses, and Stella may have made the one mistake that could lead the cold-blooded men hunting for her right to her doorstep. So that's Dangerous Lies by Becca Fitzpatrick, who also has a few other thrillers. So if you like this one, you want to check some more out by her. Next, we have one of my favorite adult authors who has recently, or maybe not so recently, but has a few YA books. And it's Uncaged by John Sanford and Michelle Cook. So John Sanford is a thriller writer, adult books. And this is his try at YA. Shay Remby arrives in Hollywood with $58 and a handmade knife. She's got to find her brother before Singular does. Odin's a brilliant hacker, but a bit of a loose cannon. He and a group of radical animal rights activists hit a Singular Corporation research lab in Eugene, Oregon. The raid was a disaster. A girl got shot, but Odin escaped with a set of highly encrypted flash drives and a post-surgical dog. When Shay gets a frantic 3 a.m. phone call from Odin talking about evidence of unspeakable experiments and a ruthless corporation and how he must hide, she's worried. When Singular's menacing security team pays her a visit, Shay knows her brother's a dead man walking. What Singular doesn't know yet is that 16-year-old Shay is every bit as ruthless as their security force, and she will burn Singular to the ground if that's what it takes to save her brother. This is Uncaged. It is book 1. There are at least 2 more. I believe there's 3 in these series. So, check that one out. And the last book on my list this week is called Dry, and it's by Neil Shusterman. And this one is sort of a dystopian future thriller. Everyone's going to remember where they were when the taps went dry. The drought, or the tap out, as everyone calls it, has been going on for a while now. Everyone's life has become an endless list of don'ts. Don't water the lawn, don't fill up your pool, don't take long showers, until the taps run dry. Suddenly, Alyssa's quiet suburban street spirals into a war zone of desperation, neighbors and families turning against one another in the hunt for water. When her parents don't return and she and her brother are threatened, Alyssa has to make the impossible choices if she's going to survive. Critically acclaimed author Neil Shusterman teams up with Jared Shusterman in this story of survival, when the California drought escalates to catastrophic proportions. This is kind of an eco-thriller, Dry, by Neil Shusterman and Jared Shusterman. So those are my 5 this week, 5 thrillers. Do you have a favorite thriller? If you do, share it with me. I'd love to hear about it. Thrillers are one of my favorite genres. If there's another genre you want to see, let me know. I'm happy to share 5 books on any theme that you're interested in. So this week we had Dry by Neil Shusterman and Jared Shusterman, Uncaged by John Sanford and Michelle Cook, Dangerous Lies by Becca Fitzpatrick, The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, and Missing by Kelly Armstrong. I hope you found something you liked. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you next Friday with a brand new 5 on Friday.